Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we are going to talk about 7 things that I like to see in Red Dead Redemption Online. I want Rockstar to add these, but these are just my personal opinion. But I think most of the list I'm talking about right now, or most of the list I'm going to talk about, a lot of people want this to be in the game. So let's just get into it, guys. Of course, if you have your own list, then just let me know in the comment section down below. We can talk a little bit more there. That's always very interesting to see what you guys actually want to see in Red Dead Online. So for my number one, I actually got hunting the legendaries like you can do in offline, like the legendary animals. I think that will be a very interesting thing. Let's say you come across a guy and he wants you to kill a legendary wolf, because the wolf is killing a lot of people up in the mountains, let's say, and you go ahead and kill the wolf. Once you kill the wolf, you can, of course, let's say you cut his head off, or you bring some part of the wolf that you can show the person that you actually killed the wolf. Then you can go to the guy, he gives you some money from doing the job, and then you can actually maybe go ahead and go to the butcher and even sell what's left of the wood. So I think that will be a very cool, interesting thing. Most part think that would be a cooler thing, because you can earn a little bit more money by selling. Like I said, you can sell the wolf's part to the butcher and even get some money from the guy that told you to kill the wolf. Overall, I think that would be very fun to do, especially you can even make them a little bit harder to kill than in single player. If you're like a posse or something like that, sort of like a boss, like a mini boss. Especially if when you're with 4 people, I think that will be a fun part to do. Tracking the wolf down. It's making me a little bit hard to find. Not like the offline things that are very easy to find, but making it a little bit harder and get you a little bit more of a payout, of a little bit more of a challenge as well. So I think that would be very interesting to see. Let me know, guys. Everything I'm talking right now, let me know in the comment section down below. Would you like to see this or not, or you have anything better that fits this topic, then just let me know. Okay, so for number 2, this is actually something I've been wanting for a long time. So remember back in Red Dead, just the normal Red Dead, back in the days, I think it's like 2008 maybe, I'm not sure, pretty long time ago. When you starting to do the team death matches, you start off with your team against the other team, sort of like a duel. And I think that was probably one of my favorite things to do in Red Dead Online. Just starting off the duel and see which team wins the duel. I think they need to add this as well. Maybe even some sort of dueling system that you can challenge a guy and you do the exact same thing. And even when you play team deathmatch or any other game, that you start off with your team in front of the other team and start to duel. I think this was probably one of my favorite things to do in Red Dead Online, over Red Dead Redemption, just a normal one. This is a very interesting thing, and overall I think this gives the opponent or the team that wins a little bit of advantage, because they can go ahead and get to the good spots, and that, I mean, sort of like a reward from, okay, you win the dueling against the other team, you can get to go first into the map and sort of pick the good spots out. I think that is a very interesting thing to see, but hopefully they just add some like a dueling system, because that is very fun to do. We live we play in the outlaw world like Red Dead Redemption. I think dueling is definitely a part of that. Okay, for number 3, I think this is something a lot of people want, and that is that you can buy houses or stables. Of course, houses, you can just buy a house and maybe even change your clothes there, or maybe even hitch 1 or 2 houses outside your house, or 1 or 2 horses outside your house. I think that would be a very cool thing, that you can actually buy houses, and depending on the size, and let's say you can actually have some sort of farm as well. You can buy a farm, and maybe once you get actually to the farm, once you have enough money to buy a farm, then you can actually do some jobs on there and get some money. Let's say you have enough livestock, you just, maybe let's say you have 20 sheep, and you don't want that 20 sheep anymore. You want like 10 sheep, because it's too much to handle or something like that. You go out and go to one of the farmers market. Let's say they need to add that as well. and you sell your 10 sheep and you get a good amount of money back. And later on, you know, a wolf maybe killed all of your sheep. You want to go out and get more sheep because all your sheep are dead. So then you can maybe even go to the farmer's market and buy 5 sheep, something like that. You know, a cool that would actually be a cool system where you can buy and sell livestock. Maybe even, you know, you gotta do some work on the wheat field or something like that, and you get enough hay back. You can sell the hay, something like that. That would be very interesting to see. Some sort of like a real life farm-ish idea, where you can, let's say you buy a farm for 3,500, which is maybe a lot of money, but from that money you can earn a lot of money back just by doing jobs on your farm, by selling livestock, by all kind of good stuff. I think that would be a very interesting thing to see. And then of course the houses, where you can just buy a house, maybe at the cool location, and when you spawn in GTA Online, you can spawn into your house and stuff like that. Stables, of course, this is a very important thing they need to add, I believe. Some sort of system where you can just buy your own little stable, like you buy garages in Red Dead Redemption Online, where you can buy now in stables. Let's say you want to buy a stable for 5 horses or 5 extra horses. You buy a stable for maybe $500 or for $1,000, or you want to buy a stable for 10 horses. Then the price go up a little bit, and so on and so on. I think that would be a very cool, interesting thing to see. Okay, for number 4, this is probably one of my most requested things, and that is more horses. There are a lot of horses in the game, but I think they can add a lot more horses, and even more coats from different horses. So let's say you got one of the Kentucky Saddlers. They have a lot of coats, but I believe you can add more coats into the game, just on every horse, and even bring back the Raven Blackshire from the single player campaign, because I think the Raven Blackshire is probably one of the coolest horses in the game, my personal opinion. I believe he's a very cool horse, and I think they just need to add him into online. That would be very cool, because I actually own a Shire right now. I own a white Shire, or a light gray Shire as it's called, and I just really want the Black Shire. But overall, more coats and more horses, that would be cool to see as well. So go on to number 5, and that is actually something which I saw in another game earlier, and that is, let's say you kill 1,000 bears, like 1,000 black bears. You hunt them down, and you get sort of like a name. I think I saw that from Sea of Thieves earlier, and you can get sort of like a name, like maybe Monster Hunter or something like that. When you come across people and they see your name on top of your above you, they can say, okay, he killed like a thousand bears. He probably knows where the bears spawn, and or something like that. Or maybe let's say you killed 1,000 people, then you get a different name, and so on and so on. I think that would be a very cool, interesting idea. That way people know what you do mostly in online, or what you're good of in online. Let's say you killed 1,000 people with a bow, they can get like a name, Archer or something, Master Archer or something like that. That would be cool, or Robin Hood or something. I think that would be a very interesting to see. Then just people can come across many different names and say like, okay, he did that, he's good at this, or he maybe is trying to get up to Monster Hunter for something like that. Just some random names that you can give that people know, okay, he's good at killing bears, or he's good at shooting birds or something like that. That would be very interesting to see they actually add that into online. So for my number 6, I actually went with a little bit of a passive sort of thing. It's not much you can do about it, I think. Well, there's something you can do about it, but it's sort of reflecting back on GTA 5, where you have good what's that? I think Good Hunter or something. I can't remember. I do not remember what it is. But if you be a good guy, then you get a reward for being a good guy. I think that is something which might help a little bit more from the fact that people are just killing each other just for killing each other. I think if you put a good reward on being a good guy, that a lot more people are trying to go ahead and not kill each other just for, you know, just for killing each other. I think that's a very interesting idea. Let's say you didn't kill anyone for a week or something like that, or you only killed people that killed you in the first place or shot at you at the first place, then you get a reward for maybe like $500. I think that is a very cool thing that they can add in the game. It's not a big thing, of course not, it's not a big thing, and that's actually a way, if you get the reward a good amount, that people start not killing each other, and that's when you know, okay, he just needs money, so he's gonna be a good guy for a week, and after that, if he gets the money, he can go ahead and play the bad guy again. But he doesn't get the money, then I think in Red Dead Online, or in GTA Online actually, it was $500, I believe, or $2,000. Now it's $2,000, and that is just way too little amount of money. And I think if they get the good amount of money, not too much, not too little, that they definitely can change the game or the session with being good guys, and not all people just go in a session and shooting in somebody's heads just for the fun of it. That would be very cool as well. Okay, so for my last note, I think this is also something a lot of people requested, and that is some sort of bank heists. I think that would be a very cool idea to actually get some sort of a bank heist. Maybe you can do solo, maybe you can rob a store solo, but if you want to go ahead and do some, like just some GTA 5 heists, you know, but then not put all the planning into the game. Just say you got a posse of 4, you know the friends, you know who they are, you know, you speak to them on in a party or something like that, and you say, okay, you're gonna do that, you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that, and not just put it into any plan, you know. Don't go ahead and make it where you have to do in GTA, where you have to do, okay, we first need to get a car, then we need to get this. No, just straight up, 4 guys walk into a bank and rob it. And you just, once they rob it, you send a lot of police over there, you send a lot of Outland over there, you send everything you got over there just to try to stop it. But then of course the other team has to sort of think what we're gonna do to get out of this, or what, let's say 2 guys rob a bank and 2 guys stay outside to kill the people, or to kill the police, and sort of try to get a clearance for the guys in the bank to get out the bank and run away. Of course, when you try to run away, the police will follow you, and much more intense than they just do when you kill someone. I think that would be very cool. Just don't make it into sort of like a planning where you have to go to different sessions just to plan the heist, and then go into motion and plan the heist or do the heist, and then it's very simple. I think the heists in GTA are very simple. There are not much challenges, and I think if you just let people walk into a bank and start killing people and start trying to robbing a bank, that way it makes it more difficult, because they actually need to come up with a plan to get how to get out of this. Of course, once the alarm is triggered, then the police will come and they will shoot people, and they will shoot you and you will shoot back at the police. Or if you can get a way to disable the alarm, like let's say you make sure nobody runs out, or you make sure the alarm is not triggered. That way you can go ahead and do it silently. Of course, if someone runs near the bank and they see you through a window, they will call the police and stuff like that. I think that would be also a very cool idea that they can do. Okay guys, that was it for my top 7 that I wanted just to say they need to add. If you guys have any more ideas or any more things you want to see in Red Dead Online, then definitely leave it down in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching guys, and I hope to see y'all in my next video. Bye guys, see you later, enjoy your day.